All right, we have a lot of new info, so I do recommend you staying for more than just the Secre part because there's info about, who was it? Ghost's kit, Awakened Licht's kit, new game modes, and a new event coming. All right, all in leaks. So I'm gonna have timestamps if you just want to see both parts separately. I just don't want to make 2 videos for this. Now, before we really go into it, make sure once again you continue complaining, because listen, I'm not stopping until I get a response. I'm going to keep on telling you guys. I don't care. We had all the points. But listen, I think... Yeah, look, literally, just read this if you want to. But this is basically why the anniversary is really bad and disappointing and just very, very disappointing and disrespectful to the players, okay? I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I'm genuinely excited for this video. So let's get into it. We have Secre stats. We have the max dupe and this one. We could low-key see her moving if we do it back and forth. But we could see here her magic attack, HP, crit res. I think that's it. Is that it? Seems like it's it. Yeah, it's it. It's it. That's it. So HP, magic attack, crit res are added. So she gets 8,000 HP, 2,000 magic attack, which is odd. Why? And then 15% crit res, which is huge. Okay, it's huge. Just getting extra crit res are usually the units who have like a bit more longevity. So that's huge. Now, why is this so crazy? So 2 stats that are important. Number 1, her speed, 115. So we could compare the speed over here, right? So for the speed, oh, okay. I guess it didn't work. So for the speed, we could see here, she is essentially, if we check it, she is essentially the 10th quickest unit, tied with Gray and Gul'dari, but in general, she's technically like, in terms of like in order, she has the she has the 6th quickest speed stat, but she's 10 or 11 essentially. So 115 is actually pretty good. Now, why is that? Because she's quicker than all of these, right? So she's quicker than the DPS, which is what we wanted. She's quicker than most debuffers, and she's quicker than we could see here. Okay, so she's quicker than these guys. So she's quicker. The ones that matter here is really just Zora for Mono Blue, which I guess can be good in some cases, but it doesn't really matter. It's just that why this could matter is if you use Zora skill 2. What I mean is because Zora skill 2 only has a 1-turn buff for the team, which means Secre being before Zora makes that 1-turn buff last longer. For Mono Blue, actually, could be a decent way to see it if you're running it with Finral. If you're running it with Mono Blue, then Zora's going to be quicker anyway. Now, 115 is good enough, but 120 would have been the... Or 125 would have been perfect, because then William would not have been able to speed boost Black Divider. But in a team with Lumiere, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, what is it going to do, right? That's the thing. Now, this is huge. This is diabolical. 71k. Now, why is that also crazy? Because Secre gets 50k from her Transcendence. Now, you might be like, isn't that average? Nope, not for a lot of these units. Right? Not for a lot of these HP scaling units, which is crazy to think about. This Mimosa gets 30k, 20k actually. She gets 20k, and this Charlie gets 30 because they usually nerf the amount that the HP scalers get, but nah. Secre already gets 50k, and then they decide to give her 70k max dupe HP at level 100. Are you kidding? Now, why is that good? Let's talk about it. In terms of HP, I have to go back. In terms of HP, bro, how much is it? 71. She has the same amount of like stats. She has higher HP than Mimosa, because Mimosa gets less HP from Transcendence. This Clover Mimosa only gets 40k. Secre gets 50k, which means Secre has around 10k more HP than Clover Mimosa, which is the 11th highest HP. The only people with more HP are literally Defenders and Swimsuit Charmy. And then even at that, Swimsuit Charmy, let's see this real quick. How much does Swimsuit Charmy have in terms of her Transcendence? Exactly, 10k, 10k, 10k. So Mimosa, Secre has an extra 20k above her. So in terms of HP, she has, at level 125, the highest HP amount for a non-defender, which is diabolical considering what she does, right? Because she is going to be giving everyone if I could check it out. Where's Secre? Secre. Please don't tell me. Oh my god, it's still narrow. I have to tell them to change. Oh wait, no. It was there. I just was blind. So Secre, her E5, which is, if you're getting Secre, you kind of need this. 20% max HP as a barrier. Guys, I just want to say, I think I have the gear on her. She's at 280. Secre is going to be at least at like 310, 320. Now, if we're saying 310, 320, right? Because the passive for the extra 10k, and then also Secre has 30k above this Mimosa. About? Hold on. Sorry. I apologize. Nope. Secre is going to be 10k above in game, right? So Secre should be at around 300k with passive, with gear and with talent. So if we say that Secre should be rocking about 300, 310, all things considered. So let's say 300 times 0.2. That's an AoE 60k barrier. AoE 60k barrier every turn. AoE 60k barrier every turn. But that's not all. Because then her skill 2, it's crazy. Her skill 2 is also giving, whenever you get hit, 100% of that damage you took as a barrier. And then you heal at the end and then damage reduction. So her HP just makes her crazy because it's going to be a lot harder to kill her alongside the crit res, which goes a long way. Even 15% goes a long way, right? So her stats are absolutely busted, right? And it definitely opens up a lot of options with Lumiere just to or a lot of safety nets, right? Because getting that extra 60k and then whenever he's hit, extra free barrier of how much damage he took, that extra damage reduction, she's basically giving him a perma 40%, because 30% from skill 2, and then 10% whenever it's her turn with the barrier. It's Secre basically puts him at 60% unless it's a dark unit. He's at 60% considering type advantage. 60% with Secre, that's it. And then barriers, Lumiere's gonna have technically 250k HP with a 60% damage reduction at all time, almost all time. So yeah, just wanted to kind of update you guys that Secre's kind of insane in stats, really insane. This HP being in top 10 because she's an HP scaler with barriers, AoE barriers, by the way, is really good. Now we're gonna get to the actual hype stuff. So this is Secre's art and her banner art. Very cool, very cool. I ain't eating no more apples until I see Secre. Dr. Swallowtail needs to be in my room ASAP. I am throwing away all my apples so that she could pop up. Okay, that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. All right. Now then, we have what seems to be Elf Ghost confirmed. We're going to look at that later. We have LICHT confirmed. Awakened LICHT, because that is Asta's sword, right? Well, the sword that Asta got from LICHT, but you know. And the Dwarf Charmy's icon was updated, so we could see here she's a physical attacker, right? I mean, she's punching, so she's a physical attacker. Pretty obvious. Now, physical attacker is fine, because maybe she'll be the first actual good physical attacker after Black Divider. And I guess Raya, but you know, Raya was not the best on release, but still. Now then, Magic Region, we're going to talk about the kits after. We're going to talk about the kits. I just wanted to send, right? Magic Region is going to be huge. Oh my god, look at this. Look at how much shit they added. Like, this is all just new stuff. Not counting all of this and this. Like, bro, how big is this shit going to be? It's just insane. Now, what we're thinking right now for Magic Region is that it's going to be giving us, you know how there's 4 sets that we could see here? It's going to be giving 2-piece sets to allow us to get this 4th set. That's basically what it's going to be. And considering how many assets there are, it does seem to me like either we're getting new skill pages, which I don't think is the case, or it's just going to be big as fuck, right? So stay tuned for this. I mean, if they save the game, if they change the game, this is looking hype. But right now, I'm not even excited for rewards because what the fuck, right? No comment, right? Let's not be negative in the positive portion, but a lot of new assets for that. Now, why I'd say was Elf Ghost is this, right? It's the eye and it's an eye, right? That's basically it. Now, next up, this is the special episode. Then there's exchange shop for New Year and Christmas and JP packs. I'm not going to even talk about that. Then the costumes, which I don't know where they are. New frames, cool. We already talked about those. Then new 2-set gear pieces from Magic Region, like I said. It seems like we're going to be unlocking the 2 set pieces for additional gear, which means that there's going to be a new meta with this. Because whenever they introduce like new gear, transcendence, then we get new stuff, right? Cool. Then there's the new music. And then what there is to note is that this sword does seem to be the Asta sword, which is Licht's sword. So this does seem to be either Black Asta or Awakened Licht is going to be a special episode. So the special episode is Noel's Downpour, okay? Noel's Downpour is the special episode. And this is going to be a new one, it seems. So we're going to be fighting Licht for a special episode, which I low-key fuck with. If they make it good, I fuck with it. Like, that's just free extra stuff. So now let's go back and actually look over the new kits, because these are new stuff. We don't... Also, I just want to say, bro, he looks kind of good, but also very small. He looks small in it. I don't know what it is. Anyway, let's go into Ghost first. So what does he have? So he's Ghost. He's a debuffer, unless I'm... Yeah, debuffer. He's a debuffer. So Luck and Ghost are debuffers, which leads me to believe they're not both blue, okay? But I could also see them coming out at the same time if they're both elves, right? Keep that in mind. Now, what does he have? He's going to receive damage down. So he's a okay, that's for himself though. That's pretty good. Because it's on the passive, so it should be for himself. Now, action point up. This we don't really know. It's hard to compare. Now, there's crit check, which we saw in Lumiere, which was a guaranteed crit. Which he has a lot of interesting things. We don't know what exactly it's going to be though. That's the thing. Because this is relatively unknown, right? Ghost, the only thing that you could get from this is receive damage down and debuffer. Besides that, this doesn't really tell us much. It's just there. Now, use skill. I think it's just going to be if you use skill, then something's going to happen. But yeah, there's not really much to say for that. But for Licht, yeah, there's a lot. Now, I don't know why Ollie... Actually, why is Ollie highlighting the use skill? I'm realizing that. Because don't all units have that? No, they don't. They don't. Now... Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Let's just continue on. So what does he have? He's a through and through DPS. Probably going to be doing more damage than Lumiere. Now, I just want to say, I had the most vivid dream that Licht was a... Like, he released and he was a blue attacker. And, like, Mitana was in shambles, right? Because, obviously, he's a blue attacker in story. But I had the most vivid dream. And I woke up like, oh my god. And I was like, holy shit. Licht is a blue attacker. And I was like, no. And then, yeah, obviously he's not out. But he's getting crit rate up from his Grimoire passive, which could be good. Imagine it's like 50% crit rate, bro. Like, that could be pretty good. It's just, when you consider Lumiere gets guaranteed crits, it's like, going back to crit rate is going to be a bit funny. But still, he gets magic attack up and damage up on his dupes. So you do want to max him out for damage, like, because he's a DPS. He's an attacker. You're going to want to max him out, essentially. It's basically confirmed that you need to max him out. So if you're planning on summoning for Licht, just know you're going to need to max him out in terms of damage. Now, his unique passive is fucking crazy, is it not? He gets speed and damage reduction. And if he's a light attacker with damage reduction, that means you can have it built in like 50, 60, just like that. We'll have to see. He's for sure going to have a unique buff, but I'm so ready. I don't know if he's going to be physical or magic. Actually, I'm so fucking stupid. It literally shows magic. Because he's using a sword, okay, I was like, maybe because he like swing is going to be an attacker, but no, he's magic attack. So you're safe for magic attack, damage increase, speed increase. So yeah, I feel like Licht is going to be great. We don't know about Ghost, but he's a debuffer, and debuffer is like hit or miss. Hit or miss. It really is hit or miss if we look at it. Units sort by debuffer. Yeah, so if we see here, where's debuffer? Like, we went from Party Nozel to Chaos Vanessa to Dorothy, right? Like, it really goes back and forth. It really does. So we'll have to see. We will have to see, essentially. But I could see Gauche or Droit being a very good unit. Now, what's very funny is his name, his elf name. Also, one of the translations is Droit. Droit, right? D-R-O-I-T in French, right? Now, gauche is left in French, okay? Gauche is, it's so funny, because gauche is left and droit is right. So his elf name is literally just the opposite way. Because his real name is Left, and the elf name is Right in French. It's crazy how many elf names are French. Because there's Lumiere, which means light, and there's Secre, which it has the accent in French, but it doesn't translate to a French name or a French word, right? But still, a lot of it is French inspired, which I find very funny. But yeah, what we could get from this is Gauche is a debuffer, Licht is going to be a pure damage dealer, and Gauche, we don't really know. Like, crit check is weird, bro. Like, is he gonna have to crit? Is it gonna be like a guaranteed crit? If you crit, then apply like 10 bajillion debuffs? We'll have to see. But besides that, in total, new special episode, which seems to be us fighting Awakened Licht. We got skills for Gauche and Awakened Licht, and updated for Dwarf Charmy. We got new event exchange shops. Magic region is looking huge as always. And yeah, prelim kit for everything, and especially Licht. I can't wait. So yeah, that's essentially it. 2 parts to this video, all leaks, but Secre is looking fucking majestical. So yeah, that's essentially it. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.